He sees it. Oh, God. We're going.
Oh, look at that. Oh, look. Get that, just stop.
A man was walking alone in American Fork Canyon when he noticed something big moving in the trees. At first, he assumed it was an elk, but as he got closer, he suddenly stopped, realizing it might be something else. It was standing on two legs with a clear, human-like shape, but it was much bigger than it should be. Frightened, he took off running. Do you think it was real? A trail camera owner shared strange footage, asking for help explaining it. For almost 20 seconds, a large, rough hand moves in front of the camera. It looks somewhat human, but the size and shape seem wrong, almost wild. The owner noted that the bone structure didn't match a normal human hand, and viewers pointed out the damaged fingernails, which would be difficult to fake. Since only the hand is visible, there's no way to know for sure what it belonged to, but many believe it could be Bigfoot. A man was driving through his neighborhood, enjoying the calm surroundings, when he suddenly saw a man walking on the sidewalk, pushing a baby stroller that was on fire. Seeing something like that would be terrifying and shocking for anyone who came across it.
You doing? What you doing?
Fire.
Are we fire?
The driver, curious and disturbed by what he saw, stopped to ask the man what he was doing. The man replied, "Fire," and both his response and the way he looked made it clear that something was wrong. People began to wonder what the reason could be. Some thought he might be under the influence, while others believed it could be mental health related. No matter the cause, everyone agreed on one thing. Seeing someone calmly pushing a flaming baby stroller through the street was deeply strange and upsetting. While filming a group of deer grazing, one deer appears to be standing upright on its hind legs, while the others seem lifted in the air, almost as if on an invisible platform. The unusual behavior looks out of place, yet the other deer don't seem to notice or react. While filming a fun TikTok video in the woods to show off her outfit, Sunshaneable appeared to be unknowingly watched by something darker lurking in the shadows, turning an innocent moment into a chilling one.
Oh, God. The camera stand won't stay. Nope.
As she danced and spun around, her camera accidentally captured a dark, shadowy figure in the background, covered in black fur and seemingly watching her. The figure quickly disappeared into the trees before she could fully react, causing her to panic, grab her phone, and run. The footage sparked debate, with some believing it could be a juvenile Bigfoot, while others think it was just someone in a costume playing a prank. Because Sunshaneable is known for posting genuine, unstaged content, the clip left many people questioning whether it was a real encounter or simply a trick of the woods. This describes an intriguing creature called the dead leaf mantis, which is known for its incredible camouflage. It has evolved to look like a dry, curled leaf, and its leaf-like body shape, texture, and coloring make the illusion extremely convincing. By blending so perfectly into its surroundings, it can remain hidden from predators and quietly ambush its prey. This creature highlights the remarkable adaptations found in nature, and it serves as a reminder to stay observant when exploring the wild, as extraordinary animals can easily go unnoticed. A couple visited a train track famous for a chilling legend that claims the spirits of children who died in a tragic train accident still haunt the area. According to the story, if someone parks a car near the tracks, puts it in neutral, and sprinkles baby powder on it, the spirits will push the car across the tracks, sometimes leaving small handprints behind. Curious to test the legend, the couple tried it themselves and were shocked when their car began to roll on its own across the tracks.
Texas with the haunted railroad tracks. Gonna see if this works. Out here, you put the vehicle in neutral, supposedly, and some kids that died here push you over the railroad tracks. So we'll see if it happens, if it works.
When they stepped out to investigate, they found tiny handprints in the powder on the back of the car, seemingly confirming the ghostly tale. The story ends by questioning whether filming the scene from outside the car would have captured something supernatural moving the vehicle, or proven there was a natural explanation all along. An image found deep in a forest shows something unusual. At first, it looks like an inside part of an animal, with pink flesh and a round upper section, but the lower part appears to have small limb-like shapes, which makes it hard to believe it belongs to a larger animal. If it's not part of another creature and exists on its own, then what is it? No one knows. A woman living on a rural property heard a strange noise and went to check the tree line where her family kept old vehicles. As she walked around her trailer, something unexpected happened. Frightened, she took off running, with her phone unintentionally capturing the moment. The video was later shared, so it seems she escaped safely. When the footage was slowed and turned, a dark, heavy figure could be seen. That left people wondering whether it was some kind of unknown creature or just a disturbing person in a costume trying to frighten her. A YouTuber who usually posts vehicle reviews unknowingly filmed what some believe could be Bigfoot while riding a four-wheeler. As he focused on his review, the camera picked up a dark, furry figure on the left side of the road, walking into the trees. It almost looked like the creature made a brief appearance on purpose. The clip leaves viewers wondering whether moments like this are becoming easier to capture today, or if there is another explanation behind the sighting. On April 28, 2024, dashcam footage from Hokkaido began circulating after being released by the Hokkaido police. The video shows two men driving a truck along a remote forest road in the early afternoon. At first glance, the clip looks ordinary and unclear, but as the full footage plays out, it becomes obvious why authorities described it as deeply unsettling. While driving on the forest road, the men were suddenly charged by a bear, believed to be a mother with a cub nearby. The animals appeared beside the road, forcing the truck to stop before the mother rushed at them. After a moment of panic, they managed to drive away, with the bear reportedly following for a short distance before stopping. Police said the attack was likely due to the bear protecting its cub. During a late-night drive on an empty road, a driver saw something strange in his headlights. A figure standing in the middle of the road. It looked like a person covered in a black cloth, hiding their face and body, with only the shoulders visible. When the driver got closer and tried to pull the cloth away, he discovered that no one was there. The figure had completely disappeared, leaving him shocked and confused. The moment raised the question of whether it was something paranormal or another unexplained encounter. A resident recorded footage from an apartment across the street showing a strange humanoid figure crouching and dancing on the pavement.
And it was standing, we think, right in this where I'm standing right now. And my friend's inside right now. But I'm getting this footage.
The figure moves with an unsettling, fluid grace, twisting its limbs in ways that seem unnatural for a human, and making it look completely out of place in the everyday urban setting.
Did you see that? That was it.
When the camera zooms in, its smooth skin and slightly off proportions become more noticeable, adding to its eerie, otherworldly appearance. The video left viewers divided, with some believing it could be a real unknown creature, others thinking it was a hoax or advanced animatronic, and some suggesting it might simply be a performance artist in a very convincing costume. A video appeared online showing what seems to be a small, dried, skeletal figure caught in a web, with butterfly-like wings and a shriveled body that looks strangely human. As the clip spread, many theories emerged, with some believing it could be the remains of a fairy that either died naturally or became trapped and perished. Others suggested a spider may have captured and eaten it, leaving only the skeletal form behind. Skeptics, however, argue that the figure looks too artificial, noting that the skull appears smooth and dark, almost like plastic, making it resemble a tiny toy rather than a real creature, leaving the true nature of the object open to debate. A man heard strange noises and then walked into the woods near his home to investigate.
I said, son of a bitch. It's gotta be 9 foot tall. Hey, see if you want some chocolate. Hey, big fella. Hey, fella. Hey, fella, come here. Oh, he's getting pissed now.
As he moved forward, a large figure stepped out of the darkness. He kept recording as the figure seemed to notice the camera and slowly backed away. Later, he shared the footage online and asked what others thought. Some believed it was real, while others felt it could be something else. The true identity of the figure remains unknown. In a strange video, a cat does something that seems impossible. It calmly walks straight through a solid wall. The moment leaves viewers confused and questioning what they're seeing. The footage sparked many ideas, with some saying it could be a video glitch, while others wondered if it was something paranormal, like a ghost or supernatural presence taking the form of a cat. The clip ends without a clear answer, adding to the mystery. On the streets of Oregon, a man filmed a strange scene where the road appeared to be steaming, and the tar looked like it was melting.
Look at it.
Yeah, they say this is a volcano 100 years ago, but...
At first, some people speculated it could be something dramatic, like a dormant volcano becoming active again. However, that idea was later disproven, and the cause was identified as a leaking hot water pipe beneath the road, which explained the heat and melting surface. This cowfish looks like a fish with a cow's head, a truly bizarre and fascinating creature. But it's not real. It was created with AI, using algorithms that blend features of different animals. The cowfish shows the creative potential of AI, combining the familiar with the fantastical to spark imagination and challenge perceptions. It may not exist, but it highlights the endless possibilities of AI-generated art. He was waiting for his DoorDash order when he heard a knock, but when he opened the door, there was no food, just this.
Come on. Okay. Yes, I'm currently in there.
A shadowy figure stood motionless near a tree, watching him. It didn't move or speak, just stared. Terrified, he recorded it, hid in the bathroom, and later saw it disappear into the night. That's when he called a friend to pick him up. Would you have opened the door? This surprising moment started when a dog wandered into the woods, exploring as if it were claiming the area. While the dog wasn't paying attention, a mountain lion quietly came up from behind, ready to attack. Just as the lion jumped, the dog turned around at the last second and fought back with strong determination. The lion, clearly not expecting this reaction, quickly ran away, leaving the dog unharmed. While hiking through the woods of Texas, a person spotted something moving between the trees. They quickly pulled out their camera and managed to capture a short clip.
Oh my God, do you see that?
Yeah. Keep it steady, keep it steady.
It's huge. I think it's looking this way.
Don't move.
Oh, it's walking. It's leaving.
I got it.
The video shows a tall, dark figure walking upright through the forest. Its size seemed far too large to be anyone they expected to encounter there. Online reactions were split. Some believe it was a person in a costume or a stage scene, while others say it's one of the clearest recordings they've seen of the legendary creature. A strange creature was spotted in murky water, with only part of its smooth body visible above the surface as it moved in slow, deliberate steps. Its appearance resembled an octopus tentacle, but the cloudy water made it difficult to clearly identify what it was. The precise, almost mechanical way it moved added to the mystery, making it seem unusual and otherworldly. While some people believe it could be an octopus or even an undiscovered species or river monster, others think it's simply a hoax, leaving its true identity uncertain. A video shared on Instagram shows a strange, dark object moving through the sky. Suddenly, a bright glowing orb appears from the opposite direction, moving much faster. When the two meet, something strange happens. The dark object seems to be pulled into or swallowed by the glowing orb, causing the orb to grow bigger and shine brighter. After that, the glowing orb continues forward, slowly shrinks, and then disappears. The footage leaves viewers confused, with some saying it looks impossible or unnatural, while others believe the video might be fake. While hiking a quiet forest trail with his dog, everything felt calm as the sun dipped behind the trees. Then the dog suddenly froze, ears up, fur raised, barking nonstop. Knowing dogs don't react like that without reason, the hiker scanned the darkening woods. That's when it happened.
Ollie, what are you barking at? That dog was barking hard. See nothing. Man, it's a full moon tonight, yo. Full moon tonight. I don't know what the hell he's barking at. I have no idea. What the hell is he barking at? What the hell is that? What is that? What the that's all?
Two glowing red eyes appeared deep in the trees. The hiker stood frozen as the forest went unnaturally quiet. Maybe it was light reflecting off an animal, or something far more unsettling, as the dogman legends whispered about at campfires. The eyes never blinked or shifted, just lingered in the darkness. Some believe it was a prank, others think it was something beyond explanation. One thing was certain, the dog sensed it first, and that kind of fear is never without reason. A home security camera captured a strange being that has left viewers confused. The creature doesn't fit into one clear category, as it appears to shift between a ghost-like form and something more animal-like while moving around the camera's view. What stands out most is its head, with bright eyes that seem to give off rays of light. The footage offers no clear answers, leaving the identity of the creature a complete mystery. While walking their dog along a quiet forest trail, this person came across something truly unsettling. A foggy figure hovered silently in the center of a narrow cave. It didn't move. There was no sound or breeze, just that unsettling presence staring through the mist. Was it a spirit, a trick of the light, or something far more sinister? What was it doing there, and why did it feel like it was waiting for them? On a fog-soaked October morning, this person was already a little on edge after driving past creepy graveyards and run-down farmhouses. The narrow roads winding through old New England towns felt like they were hiding stories of their own as they pulled up to the trailhead. Still, none of that came close to what waited in the woods. Just a few steps in, they stumbled onto something deeply unsettling tucked between the trees. Clothes were hanging strangely. It wasn't clear what the meaning was or why someone had put them there, but the sight hit hard. It sent a chill straight through their chest and sparked that instinctive feeling that maybe they weren't as alone out there as they thought. In the footage, an unusual creature can be seen crawling over a rock. At first glance, it appears to be a fish, but as the camera moves in, it becomes clear that it's not something easily recognizable.
What the y'all, I think it's time for Prince. Come on, baby, we're about to go.
The creature is orange, long in shape, covered with hair, and has small legs that move in a centipede-like way. This leads to speculation. Could it be a newly discovered species, an unknown life form, or something emerging from the depths of the unknown? Viewers are encouraged to share what they think. In this trail cam video, wolves can be seen howling, but something else stands out in the background. A pair of glowing eyes appears to be watching the wolves. In another image from a different trail cam in the same area of the Mexican woods, 3 glowing eyes are visible instead. This raises questions about whether more than one creature could be stalking the wildlife. Are these unknown animals something otherworldly, or just a strange camera effect unique to the area? The truth remains unclear. In this footage, gravediggers are digging up a grave, expecting to find valuables. Instead, they uncover a tall gray alien with its eyes wide open.
Yeah, I mean, the foot is melted away to make it look bigger. But look at the top of these right here.
Yeah.
Here, and then it was the whole hill.
And let me ask you something.
Here, whole hill.
The situation becomes even more disturbing when the creature starts to move. This raises shocking questions. How long had this strange being been lying in the grave? And what could explain why it suddenly woke up? One quiet night, a woman sitting alone in her room noticed something unsettling at a glass door. Pressed against the glass were face-like shapes, with what looked like eyes, noses, and mouths staring back at her, sending a chill through her. While it could simply be an optical illusion, the disturbing sight left her questioning whether there might be more to it than meets the eye. A family who lives on a wooded property caught something strange on camera on May 30th, 2025. The footage shows a tall, ape-like figure moving between the trees. When they brightened the video later, the figure looked clearer and didn't move like someone messing around. It seemed steady and natural.
Oh my gosh.
After a moment, it disappeared into the forest and never came back. That left the big question. Was it just a person in a costume or something real? A group of friends went camping and set up a camera to capture wildlife. In the morning, they discovered footage of a dark creature climbing a tree. Some thought it might be a bear, while others suggested it could be Bigfoot. Excited, they shared the video, hoping it was the real thing. After examining it, the creature appears too small to be Bigfoot and smaller than a bear. Some think the footage might even be edited. What do you think it is? In 2023, a group of people visited Lake Humea in Australia, expecting a calm and peaceful time by the water, but their tranquility was suddenly disrupted by a strange and unsettling sound coming from beyond the lake.
We're up at Bonnie Down.
The sound immediately caught the visitors' attention because it didn't resemble normal animal calls or common mechanical noises. Its strange and eerie nature sparked curiosity and unease among the group. While such unexplained sounds can sometimes be caused by wildlife, weather conditions, wind, geological activity, or even distant human machinery, none of these explanations was confirmed, leaving the source of the noise a mystery. Back in the summer of 2012, fresh out of high school, a Reddit user went camping with their family somewhere north of Truckee, California. During the drive, they snapped a bunch of random photos just to capture the trip. One of them was a shot of an old, weather-beaten barn. Nothing unusual at the time, but after getting home and uploading the pictures, something unsettling stood out. In the barn photo, there appeared to be a dark, shadowy figure caught mid-step, as if it was walking straight toward the building. The creepy part was that no one had been anywhere near the barn when the photo was taken. Even after trying to enhance and analyze the image multiple times, the figure was never explained. A short clip appeared online showing a tall, L-brown figure. In the first part, it walks past a tent and briefly turns its face toward the camera. In the second, it moves through the trees.
Oh my God, do you see that?
Yeah. Keep it steady, keep it
It's
steady.
huge. I think it's looking this way.
Don't move.
Oh, it's walking. It's leaving.
I got it.
Hold.
The figure looks extremely tall, with some estimating it to be around 8 feet. However, the lack of background detail has made many question whether the footage is real or simply a hoax. A strange trail cam photo surfaced on Reddit, sparking speculation. It shows a small, hunched figure with glowing eyes and exaggerated lips, far from a normal forest animal. Some thought it was a cryptid or horror creature, while others suggested it was a young barn owl holding a rodent, creating the odd illusion. Either way, it still looks unsettling. A person on a boat encountered a massive shark that swam beneath the boat and then circled it, causing obvious fear as the person tried to stay still.
Oh, look at that! Oh, look! Get that! Stop!
At first, it seemed like a dangerous great white shark, but it was later identified as a basking shark, which is harmless and feeds on plankton. The moment highlighted how easily fear can arise from the ocean's vast and mysterious creatures, even when the danger isn't real. While hiking a trail he knew well near his home, this man came across something that instantly stopped him cold. A mask was eerily wedged into a tree. It definitely hadn't been there the week before, and the way it suddenly appeared felt wrong. It looked completely out of place, almost like it had been left behind after some kind of strange ritual. Was it just a creepy prank, or could it be a disturbing hint that something much more unsettling was happening deep in the woods? This unsettling footage, recorded one evening in 2023 in New York, shows the sky glowing with an eerie orange color, filled with smoke or fog hanging in the air.
No, there it goes. Finally, I knew I shouldn't go in. Everything was telling me not to go in, that I needed to be recording.
While wildfires, industrial activity, or certain weather conditions can cause hazy skies and unusual colors like this, there were no reports of fires or bad weather at the time. This raised questions about what caused the strange atmosphere and whether the air was even safe to breathe, especially since no one nearby appeared to be wearing a mask. While hiking Hobson's Lake Trail in Halifax, a Redditor stumbled upon an abandoned wooden cabin hidden in the woods. What unsettled them wasn't the cabin, but what was inside. A headless doll hanging from a rusty chain behind a dusty window. No movement, no people, just silence. They took a quick photo and left. Whether it was a prank or something darker, the image stayed with them long after. After a heavy snowstorm in Europe in 2014, a man walking his dog found something strange in a frozen pond.
It's a centipede. Yeah. That's a big bad. Look at it.
In the middle of the ice was a hole that looked like it was breathing, with water moving in and out. Around the hole, there were long, tentacle-like shapes moving in the water. In the center, there was also a red liquid that moved as the hole pulsed. People had different ideas about what it could be. Some thought it was a natural cause, like minerals or iron in the water, making it look red. Others believed it might be heat or lava from below slowly melting the ice, but none of those ideas explained the tentacle-like movement. This led to another theory, that it could be a rare or mythical water creature. The video asks viewers to decide what they think it really was. Two hunters headed into the woods expecting a normal day, but instead found a wild boar torn clean in half, as if by something enormous. Around it were massive footprints, far too large to be human. The tracks led into the dark forest, leaving one disturbing question behind. Could this be another sign of the Yeti? An online video sparked debate after showing an elderly, well-groomed man standing in the middle of a street in Los Angeles, twitching violently as his head and shoulders jerk in random directions.
What the hell?
What unsettled viewers most was his face, which appeared to shift and change unnaturally, making his expressions look distorted and wrong. While some people believe the behavior could be caused by drugs or a mental health episode, others are convinced something more disturbing is happening, suggesting possession or even shape-shifting, leaving viewers divided over whether there is a normal explanation or something far more mysterious at play. A backpacker was on a calm solo hike through the forest when something unusual caught their attention.
Tell me you see that. Do you see that in the tree? What? Yeah. Uh-huh. He sees it. Oh, God. We're going. He also sees a bird. What the? Look it.
At first, it seemed like just a normal tree, but as the backpacker moved around it, strange shapes started to appear. Some might say it was just a trick of the light or an odd natural formation, but something was unsettling about it, enough to send a chill down their spine. Not wanting to take any chances, they uploaded the footage online, hoping someone could shed some light on what they'd seen. So, what could it be? Late one night, a man went for a walk in the nearby woods when an unfamiliar sound suddenly broke the silence. The sound was familiar, always heard after dark, yet it never felt normal. It drifted unpredictably, changing direction with no clear rhythm. People debated whether it was man-made, an animal, or something unnatural. In the end, the answer turned out to be simple: the eerie. Josh and his grandparents lived quietly, tucked away in the Appalachian Mountains, until the neighbors started acting strangely. They began wandering onto the property without explanation, stepping over fences and ignoring boundaries as if none of it mattered. The situation quickly grew more unsettling. Footsteps echoed outside at night, and shadowy figures appeared near the tree line. Josh reported everything to the sheriff, but nothing stopped. Desperate for answers, he installed hidden cameras. What they recorded only deepened the mystery, raising a terrifying question: whatever was out there, were they even the same people anymore? While walking along a quiet mountain trail, what seemed like a calm afternoon suddenly shifted when a bobcat shot across the path. It raced down the hill and vanished into the woods. Intrigued, they grabbed their phone to record, but then a chilling sound rang out, echoing through the trees. At first, the sound seemed to drift away, as if whatever had made it was moving off. But then it shifted direction. The noise grew louder, drawing closer, and before they could process what was happening, the creature, whatever it was, headed straight toward them. The forest went from quiet to utterly unnerving. While driving along the wooded outskirts, a family spotted a strange figure among the trees. The creature was enormous, nearly as tall as the surrounding trees, covered in dark fur, and moved from tree to tree as if watching them. At one point, it crouched down. Its size, dark fur, and movements matched the classic descriptions of the legendary Bigfoot. What could it be? A woman was watching TV in her room when she noticed a creepy face peeking at her from the open doorway of the opposite room. Thinking something was watching her, she became frightened and cautiously stood up, only to discover it wasn't anything supernatural at all. The face turned out to be a mannequin head with a bushy wig, turning her moment of fear into relief and an awkward laugh. In the middle of a bright daytime sky, something unusual is seen above a town. Thin clouds or gas seem to swirl, but one object stands out clearly. It has a round shape and stays visible near the sun, which is shining normally. The object looks similar to something another person once saw from an airplane, making people wonder if it could be a UFO. Others think it might be a glowing orb linked to spiritual activity, though recent sightings have made some believe it could be extraterrestrial instead. The video leaves the question open and asks viewers what they think it really is. A photographer hiking alone near remote Utah Springs suddenly heard loud crunching coming from the trees. Panicked, he quickly turned his camera toward the sound and caught something disturbing. A large, dark, two-legged figure was seen moving slowly between the trees, almost as if it was watching him in return. It paused for a moment, then disappeared into the shadows, and the footage ended suddenly with no explanation. This footage is said to show Bigfoot acting with care and awareness. A large, fur-covered, two-legged figure is seen stopping to take a drink. It slowly lifts its head, looks toward the camera as if it notices it's being watched, and then walks away. What makes this sighting stand out is that this Bigfoot looks different from others, with a unique body shape and movement. The video leaves viewers wondering if they notice the same strange details, or if it's just imagination. The footage initially looks shocking, but it turns out to be a familiar scene from the 2021 movie The Suicide Squad, featuring the character Weasel, a strange humanoid creature seen licking a prison door. The clip feels unsettling because of the character's eerie appearance and behavior, but it's simply a movie scene taken out of context. On the night of December 21st, 2023 in Kentucky, a family captured a strange sight in the sky. A face-like shape suddenly appeared, showing features such as a nose, closed eyes, and a mouth, which startled the family and made their dogs uneasy. Once the footage was shared online, many explanations surfaced. Some pointed to Project Bluebeam, a theory about sky projections, while others felt the video was simply fake. In the end, the clip leaves the mystery unresolved and invites viewers to decide what they think it really was. A helicopter flying low over a dark Russian forest captured footage when a large shape suddenly appeared below, drawing attention to something unusual in the trees.
Seeing that?
Oh my God, that's huge.
Keep it in frame, keep it in frame.
Look at the size of it.
It's
going into the trees. Wait.
I lost it. It's gone.
The shape looked over 8 feet tall, covered in white fur, and moved quickly through the trees. It walked behind a thick pine and then disappeared. Many viewers believed they were seeing a real yeti, but one person noticed that a blurred box shifting in the video was actually a Sora AI watermark. That detail led others to question the clip, showing how hard it is now to tell what's real and what's fake. A woman sitting alone felt a strange sensation on her left hand, as if someone were lightly touching her fingers, which made her uneasy. She began recording and captured her ring slowly rotating on her finger by itself. The unsettling clip sparked debate, with some people believing it was a genuine paranormal event, while others argued it was fake, edited, or caused by a simple trick like using a magnet, leaving viewers divided over what was really happening. The footage shows clouds moving in an unusual way in a clear blue sky, which leaves viewers confused. An explanation is suggested that it could be a weather event called a crown flash, where sunlight and ice crystals shift during lightning and create strange visual effects in the clouds. What do you think? At first glance, the scene immediately sends chills down your spine. It appears to show a mysterious figure in a robe lurking ominously in a field, especially when the video is paused at just the right moment. However, upon closer inspection, the frightening figure is revealed to be nothing more than a horse wearing a raincoat. The lighting, angle, and folds of the raincoat create a convincing optical illusion that tricks the eye and makes the scene seem far creepier than it really is. A hiker walking through a dense forest in Spain recorded a deep, echoing growl coming from somewhere in the trees. There was no animal visible, and nothing around him seemed to move. The area felt unsettling, so he left right after getting the recording. When the sound was shared online, it left viewers just as confused. Some believe it was a wild animal, while others think it was something unknown. To this day, there's been no clear explanation. An adventurous motorcyclist rode through a forest while recording with a helmet camera. Nothing seemed unusual at the time, but later, while reviewing the footage, something unsettling appeared. On the left side of the frame, among the trees, a tall, pale figure can be seen standing still and watching the rider. The figure is easy to miss and appears to tower over the surrounding trees, raising questions about what it could be and leaving the sighting unexplained. A group of men traveled to the San Luis Valley after hearing reports of Bigfoot sightings, hoping to see the creature for themselves. Although they never spotted Bigfoot, they did discover a massive footprint in the ground, impressive enough to convince them that something unusual might be out there. The find left them wondering whether the footprint was real evidence of a legendary creature or simply something with a more ordinary explanation. On a seemingly normal day, a parent noticed something unusual while their young daughter played. The little girl held a rag doll, kissed it, and then suddenly submerged it in a small pool. Some in the paranormal community suggested she might be possessed, but it's more likely she picked it up from a show or movie. It's a reminder to keep a close eye on children, as they are curious and impressionable. A man set out for what he thought would be a normal hike, but things quickly took a strange turn. Deep in the woods, away from the main trail, he noticed something moving ahead. As he got closer, he lifted his phone and started recording. The tall figure was standing with its back to him. When it slowly turned and seemed to notice him, he ran, but the figure didn't follow. Idaho's forests are known for strange noises and occasional reports from hunters and campers who hear knocks or sharp cries at night. Still, not everyone is convinced. Many question whether the video is real, and it does look almost too perfect to be true. Two men in Puerto Rico observed a strange object moving silently through the night sky, glowing with a bright, shifting light. The object had no visible wings, propellers, or sound, and didn't behave like a normal airplane or helicopter, instead gliding smoothly as the men watched in shock. Many viewers believed the footage showed a UFO, while others suggested it could have been a high-tech drone or secret military aircraft, leaving the true nature of the sighting unexplained. This footage began when a person spotted what looked like a giant ape walking upright through the woods. The creature didn't seem to notice it was being recorded as it moved between the trees. Shocked and excited by what they were seeing, the person shared the video online. From the footage, the figure strongly resembles Bigfoot. While some argue clips like this can be faked with costumes or CGI, there's something about this one that feels real. What do you think? A hiker became lost in a Swedish forest for about 30 minutes, and while trying to find the trail again, a scream suddenly echoed through the trees.
Okay, what the that was like a voice, but I don't know where. Like, it sounded like it came from if you walk through here. But I think I have no idea how to walk through there because it's like, I mean, great time to pull up the camera, I guess. That was great. Like screaming. That's the what? Second time I've heard screaming. That must have been longer. No, I'm like pretty lost actually.
More screams came from different directions. The hiker recorded the sounds and kept moving, unsure of what was making them. There were no houses or roads nearby. Later, some suggested it could have been animals like foxes or deer, which can sound very human. The hiker eventually found the trail and made it to safety, but still wasn't fully convinced it was only animals. Footage recorded a few days ago in Brazil shows a strange cone-shaped object hovering silently in the sky. The person filming noticed it while stuck in traffic and recorded it for several minutes as it remained stationary, with no visible wings, propulsion, or sound, making it unlike a normal aircraft or drone. Despite the busy road, no one else seemed to notice or react to the object. Viewers offered different explanations, ranging from a hologram to theories involving interdimensional beings, leaving the true nature of the cone-shaped craft open to interpretation. A home security camera recorded a strange clip of an unknown figure speeding past a car in a driveway. The movement happens so fast that it's hard to tell what it is, making the moment feel unreal. The footage leaves viewers wondering whether it was something paranormal, something unusual, or just an odd but explainable event caught on camera. Trail cam footage often shows normal animals during the day, but strange things appear at night. In one still, a blurry figure hides behind the main subject, but can still be seen. It stares directly at the camera, almost as if aware of being watched. Its intentions remain unknown, making the footage unsettling and mysterious. While walking deep in the forest late at night, a person had a frightening experience. A pair of red, glowing eyes appeared behind a tree, staring straight at him. He thought it might be a rake or a skinwalker. Even though the situation felt dangerous and scary, he decided to move deeper into the woods to find out what it was. If the creature had truly been something dangerous, it likely would have attacked instead of running, especially since the person seemed lost. Because it ran away, it's believed it was more likely a raccoon or that the video was fake. This black and white footage shows something strange that's hard to pin down. At first, it looks like a cat, but there's no clear tail, and all that really stands out are its glowing eyes. Some think it could just be a normal animal that looks weird because of the camera or lighting, while others believe it might be something more unusual. There's even the idea that it could be a mountain lion hiding in the dark. In the end, it's unclear what's actually being seen. The first patient to get the Starlink brain transplant is showing good results. Reports say their thinking skills have improved, shown by being able to play chess on a computer, something they struggled with before. This early progress makes people wonder how much the procedure could boost intelligence and brain function once it's finished. While hiking along a foggy trail, the person suddenly stopped when a tall, dark shape appeared just off the path. The figure stood upright with a broad body and arms that looked longer than normal for a person. Because of the fog and poor video quality, it's hard to see clearly, but the silhouette is unsettling. The clip leaves the question open. Was it Bigfoot, another hiker, or simply a trick of the fog? A woman steps outside her home near Chand and is caught off guard by strange noises echoing from somewhere unknown. The sounds feel unnatural and eerie, making the moment unsettling as it happens in real life.
What the is that? Okay, but really.
The sounds were not the usual mysterious noises heard before, but something much stronger and different. The event happened recently, on February 2nd, making it even more unsettling. The cause is unknown, leaving the question of whether it was a natural event or something unexplained, and viewers are asked to share their thoughts. A group of friends was driving at night near a wooded area when their headlights revealed a large figure standing among the trees. The figure matched the usual Bigfoot description, about 7 to 8 feet tall, covered in dark fur, with large arms wrapped around a tree. Even after being spotted, the figure didn't react much, only giving a brief look before staying in the shadows. The moment leaves the question of whether it was a real Bigfoot encounter or simply someone or something else in the woods. The image was presented as a humanoid cryptid supposedly captured by a trail camera, but there are serious doubts about its authenticity. A video editor believes it's an AI-generated image made to appear real, pointing out the unnatural fingers and the poorly blended mix of wolf and human facial features. While this may seem overly skeptical to some, the image has sparked debate over whether it's genuine or fabricated. A couple visiting Ashland went on a hike toward Tunnel 13, walking through patches of weak, melting snow. Near a guardrail, the woman spotted an unusual footprint that didn't match human or dog tracks. As they continued, they noticed more of the same prints. Each one measured around 18 inches, with clear toes and a large front toe. The trail of prints followed the path briefly and then ended abruptly, without leading into the forest. They didn't resemble animal tracks or snowshoes, leaving them wondering what could have made them. A group of friends and family was enjoying a late-night outdoor movie on a patio when someone suddenly spotted something unusual in the darkness.
What is that?
A very tall, dark figure was seen standing in the shadows, so dark that it stood out despite the darkness. When one man called out, a pale face slowly lifted and looked toward him, as if realizing it had been noticed. The video then ended abruptly, leaving viewers unsettled and divided over whether it showed an intruder, something supernatural, or a staged hoax. Trail camera photos taken seconds apart appeared normal at first, but a closer look at the second image revealed a faint, ghostly figure standing beside a man who hadn't noticed anything unusual at the time. After reviewing the images multiple times, the man realized there seemed to be someone or something else present and shared the photos in paranormal groups. While opinions varied, many viewers believed the images showed a paranormal presence, possibly a ghost or a spirit connected to the forest, leaving the encounter open to interpretation. A Reddit user was hiking in the Appalachian Mountains and snapping photos along the trail. At one point, he felt an unexplained sense of unease and decided to end his hike early. Later, while reviewing the photos, he noticed something odd, a dark shape near the rocks that didn't look like part of the trees or the landscape. The shape stood out, but it was hard to identify. He believes he would have recognized a bear, which led him to wonder if something else had been watching him. Across Greece, a strange phenomenon has caught people's attention, particularly in photos taken on the island of Icaria. The images show mysterious vertical lights that don't appear to be simple reflections or glare. One light resembles a robed figure standing still and glowing, while the other appears blue with a faint orange outline. Could this be an optical illusion, a rare natural event, or something beyond current understanding? A 60-year-old man experienced a pleasant surprise during a snowfall when, instead of the usual fine snow, he noticed the detailed beauty of individual snowflakes, gently falling from the sky for the first time.
Not that I'm a real snow aficionado, but I've never seen that.
Snowflakes are celebrated for their intricate and one-of-a-kind shapes, often appearing as delicate hexagonal crystals. Every flake forms its own pattern, combining with others to create a beautiful natural scene. Although they're commonly seen in images, experiencing their detailed beauty in real life can be truly enchanting. While walking through the bush in North Queensland, Australia, a person spotted a small, dark figure standing among the vegetation. It was shorter than an adult human and covered in dark fur, making it unlike anything he recognized. He quickly took a photo before it ran away. Some believe the image could show a Yahi, a figure from Australian folklore often linked to Bigfoot, though its size doesn't quite match. Others think it may have just been a person, leaving the sighting open to debate. A hunter checking his trail camera footage noticed something strange in an image of a deer peacefully feeding. Above the deer's rear, an oddly shaped object appeared to be floating in the air, glowing faintly with a green color that faded into icy blue. The unusual light stood out in the darkness and sparked debate, with some suggesting it was a lens flare or camera artifact, while others believed it could be a mysterious orb often linked to paranormal activity. While hiking near a stream at Mount Washington, a couple noticed a figure crouched in the water and assumed it was a bear. They snapped a photo, but then it suddenly rose and ran off upright. The figure had wide shoulders, long arms, and a powerful build. Because it didn't resemble any known wildlife in the area, the couple wondered if it might have been a young Bigfoot searching for food. While hiking his usual trail, this person had no idea what he'd end up discovering later. That night, while going through his CCTV footage, he noticed something strange that immediately caught his attention. A smoky-looking figure could be seen slowly moving around his security camera. At first, he brushed it off as fog, but then it started moving with purpose, almost like it was watching him. A bus driver shared a chilling experience that occurred early one morning while he was driving an empty bus back to the garage. With the streets quiet and no passengers on board, the stop bell suddenly rang as he passed a particular bus stop, even though no one was there to press it. He claimed this wasn't a one-time incident, explaining that the bell rings on its own every time he passes that stop alone in the early hours. The repeated, unexplained event has fueled speculation, with some suggesting it could be the spirit of a former passenger or a residual haunting, replaying the same moment over and over, leaving the mystery unresolved. This trail camera photo was taken at night in the woods at an unknown location. Because of the angle, low light, and motion blur, the figure looks strange. It seems partly human, but also animal-like, making it hard to tell what it really is. The question is whether it's just a normal animal caught at a bad moment, or something unknown. A man checking footage from a trail camera he placed deep in the woods in 2022 came across a strange humanoid figure that didn't appear fully human. He initially thought it might be another person, but the area was extremely remote, and the camera was positioned so discreetly that only someone familiar with its setup would likely notice it. This left him with two possibilities. Either a person coincidentally passed through and discovered the camera, or the figure was something paranormal that somehow knew it was being recorded. After weighing the options, he favored the paranormal explanation and shared the footage, leaving others to debate what was really captured. A woman had just moved into a new apartment, and this is what she was confronted with.
Well, the door opened up a few minutes ago, so while I was laying down, so we don't see if it's going to open again, I closed it and got back in the bed, and hopefully it is shut for tonight. I just end up getting out my bed a minute ago and shutting it, so let's see. There you go. Looky. I'm in my bed. And there she goes. So I'm going to have to end up putting a towel in it, or she's going to keep opening it up all night. But I'm in my bed, as you can see. It's opened up again by itself.
At first, it seemed harmless, a door that wouldn't stay closed. She used a doorstop and thought the problem was solved. Then the strange things began. Days later, she returned to find her bathroom mirror covered in foggy handprints, even though no one else had been there. Soon after, she started waking to the sound of slow footsteps crossing the living room, stopping the instant the lights came on. So did the door stop because it was blocked, or because whatever caused it found another way to be noticed? Or was fear filling in the gaps? Either way, she no longer felt alone in her apartment. A family spending time in the Meat Cabin Mountains came across unusual footprints that looked human but were far too large. The man who discovered them said his family had seen similar tracks in the area before. He also shared that his sister once claimed to have seen Bigfoot, an experience that shook her so badly she avoids talking about it. The area is known for many Bigfoot sightings, which have led some to believe there may be some truth behind the stories. After dropping her grandson off at school, a woman snapped a quick selfie with him. When she got home and looked at the photo, she noticed a faint, blurry figure behind them that looked like a man in a dark suit with a very pale face. She showed it to her son, but he brushed it off as just someone walking by. She wasn't so sure though, and felt like something about the figure didn't sit right, leaving her wondering if it was just bad timing or something stranger. In this case, a trail camera captured an animal in the woods walking on two legs. There are two images, and in both, the creature is clearly upright. At first, it was thought to be a raccoon, but a closer look suggests it could be something else, possibly a dogman. If that's true, this could be one of the most unusual captures of the cryptid yet. What do you think? What did they capture? While hiking toward a small cave, this person suddenly felt a heavy thump under their feet. It wasn't a far-off sound. It came from right below them, like something moving beneath the ground. The noise came out of nowhere, and the hiker froze in place, heart racing. Who or what was causing the noise? Was something trapped beneath the ground, or was it something that wasn't supposed to exist at all? A trail camera in Flatwoods, Kentucky, captured a hazy photo of a strange creature. Some think it could be a mountain lion, dog, or coyote, but paranormal enthusiasts suggest it might be a skinwalker. The blurry image leaves it open to interpretation, highlighting how difficult it can be to identify unknown creatures. At first glance, the image is confusing and hard to understand. The person whose trail camera recorded it believes it may have captured some kind of spiritual entity, though he isn't sure what exactly it is. Even after closely reviewing the image several times, it's still difficult to make out anything clearly. Having seen it too, what do you think this could be? Researchers from China reportedly used a powerful radar system with a range of about 5,900 miles to study the pyramids of Giza, and the results were surprising. They claimed to have detected plasma bubbles, which are typically linked to atmospheric activity rather than ancient structures. The findings sparked speculation about whether the pyramids could be interacting with natural or unknown forces, raising new questions about possible atmospheric anomalies connected to the site or explanations that are not yet fully understood. While hiking far from civilization, the quiet forest was suddenly pierced by a terrifying scream. It didn't sound like any animal. It was unmistakably human, frantic and full of fear. He stopped in his tracks, heart pounding, scanning the trees. One thought hit first. Someone out there needed help. Then another followed just as fast. What if it wasn't human? Explanations raced through his mind, from animals that can mimic screams to something far less understood. One thing was certain, the woods weren't empty. With no signal and only a flashlight to light the way, he had to decide, press on into the darkness or turn back and hope the screams stayed behind. This video looks at supposed Bigfoot footage that was later debunked. The creature in the clip doesn't resemble a typical Bigfoot. A man analyzed its facial features and proportions and found they didn't match those of a real Bigfoot. Its blinking also appeared unnatural, unlike a primate's eyelids. He concluded the creature was likely animatronic. That said, this doesn't mean all Bigfoot sightings are fake. What do you think? A man took 2 photos in a storage-like room filled with shelves and items. The first photo shows him sitting alone at a desk, lit by the glow of a phone or computer. In the second photo, a clear and eerie figure of a woman dressed in Victorian-style clothing appears standing behind him, leaving viewers unsure whether the image captures a real apparition or has a normal explanation. Frances and her husband were invited to a bonfire at a neighbor's place. It was a fun night with drinks, laughing, and hanging out under the stars. Everything felt normal until around midnight, when Frances took a quick photo of the huge fire burning bright against the night sky. When she looked at the picture later, her heart jumped. Right in the middle of the flames was something no one could explain. A face, clearly visible, staring back at her. Was it some kind of spirit? She showed the photo to her husband and the others at the bonfire. Some people went quiet, others laughed it off. But Frances couldn't get rid of the feeling that something was watching her. She hasn't looked at fire the same way since. What do you think? Was it just the light playing tricks, or something way creepier? During a late-night walk in the forest, they were calmly enjoying the quiet when, suddenly, horror-like screams rang out through the trees. Something was sprinting nearby, screaming every 10 seconds. As it ran farther away, they managed to record the sound. Who or what was it? While hiking through a quiet forest, a hiker suddenly saw a thick cloud of smoke drift across the trail. At first, it seemed normal, but it twisted and moved against the wind, forming strange shapes instead of fading. The air felt heavy, and for a moment, it seemed to be watching him. Then the smoke slipped into the trees and vanished. Whatever it was, the experience was never forgotten. A Reddit user set up game cameras for the first time deep in the forest on the Port Madison Indian Reservation in Indianola, Washington. Reaching the spot took miles of hiking and dirt biking through thick, dark woods. One image came from the camera, another from their phone, but what stood out was a person appearing in both, someone who shouldn't have been there. They contacted the police, fearing someone was lost, but no explanation was ever found. The strangest part was that it happened the very first night the cameras were active. Was she lost and in danger, or was something far more sinister going on? Shot deep in the wilderness, this unsettling video shows a tall, dark figure slipping through the trees. It stops at a river, crouches down, and begins drinking from the water. The man filming is sure he caught Bigfoot on camera, but the video is blurry and low quality, making it hard to know for sure. Is it really the legendary creature, or just a well-done hoax? While hiking along a foggy trail in the Pacific Northwest, a Reddit user noticed something moving in the woods. Curious, he took a quick photo. Later, when he zoomed in, he couldn't believe what he saw. Standing upright was a huge ape-like figure covered in dark fur, unlike any animal known to live in the area. It didn't match anything familiar, but it did look a lot like a creature people have talked about for years. Could this have been the moment Bigfoot was finally caught on camera? Years ago, Reddit user AC Machina was with friends in a dark high school classroom late at night. The room was silent when they suddenly felt something behind them. They turned and snapped photos. The first showed an empty room lit by electronic glow. Next, the light was blocked by a tall, pitch-black human-shaped figure with no features. While hiking up a new trail they didn't know well, this person came across a small cave hidden in the rocks. As soon as they got close, the area felt off. There was a heavy, bad feeling in the air, like they weren't meant to be there. Even so, curiosity took over, and they snapped a quick photo, hoping to catch whatever was making them uneasy. Later, when they looked at the picture, the real fear set in. In the dark corner of the cave, something appeared to be peeking out, a shadowy figure, hard to see, just standing there and watching. At the time, they hadn't noticed anything at all. Now, they're left wondering who or what was staring back at them from the darkness. A Reddit user captured chilling footage from a camera mounted about 10 feet high at the edge of their property, facing a massive protected forest. What was recorded at 2:39 a.m. was enough to give anyone goosebumps. There were no lights, only complete darkness. Then a massive figure, over 9 feet tall, stepped out of the forest and moved slowly toward the road, its motion unnatural. The camera captured strange sounds for about 30 seconds before everything went silent. No hunters should be there. It's a protected area, and the footage is unedited. Rewatching it still terrifies them, especially knowing whatever it was came dangerously close to their home. A few years ago, a family went on a trip to Jeffrey Cliffs in Hawesville, Kentucky. It was meant to be a calm day of hiking and taking pictures of the kids, but one photo showed something strange. In the background, a blurry, dark figure could be seen standing behind them. The creepy part, according to the mom, was that no one else was around when the picture was taken. While hiking the Thames River path in the UK in 2013, this person's boyfriend took a few calm photos of the empty trail. One image looked like the path opening into a bright clearing and was ignored for years. Recently, they zoomed in and realized it wasn't a clearing at all, but a white glowing shape. Even stranger, it appeared to shift between two photos taken seconds apart. No one was there, and no one should have been. On a recent trip to an old abandoned factory near Derby, urban explorer Strong Bushman and two friends came across something unsettling. They took a photo of the rundown interior, and at first, it looked like a normal shot for a place like that. But later, when they adjusted the brightness and shadows, something strange appeared in the background. Behind a half-open door, a still, silent figure that was hard to explain. None of them remembered hearing footsteps or seeing anyone while they were there, and the figure wasn't noticeable until the photo was edited. Some might say it was just a trick of the light or the brain filling in gaps, but this felt different, leaving them to wonder if the factory really was as empty as they thought. A man experienced the most terrifying night of his life. Watch what happened next.
Does that make sense? What the son of the hell was that? Dude, if that was the ice machine, that just made like a 10-pound block of ice. Okay, I don't know how to prepare for this mentally. If I open that and something comes out of there, I don't know how I don't even know if that's what that was. What the hell? That's like 100% empty. What the f***? All right, I'm 100% beside myself. Ow, son of a... God damn! Oh. Good. Damn, dude. The hell? Where did that come from? Oh my God. Oh, I think that knocked the keys out of my... What the... Holy... That knocked the frickin' flashlight. Holy good God. Okay, that's... Okay. That water just smashed the side of this. You see the water dripping on this? That water wasn't there a minute. That water bottle was not there. That thing came with so much freaking force that it literally exploded. There would be no way that I would have been able to put that. Look at how that's crushed into the ladder. That's crushed into the ladder. Of a freaking softball player. Whoa! Son of a... See, did you see that? Did you just see that? That was a full freaking... That was a full shadow. That was a full shadow coming at me. That was a full freaking shadow coming right at me. 100%. I caught that. It was 100%. That was coming at us. Did anyone capture that on camp? Okay, well, something moved between that, because you can see that light in there. I'm literally gonna go get a chalupa. I haven't been able to eat because I'm freaking so... Ah! There's spider webs everywhere. Sorry, I just about walked into that huge spider web. Can you guys see that?
He believes the presence behind it all is his late father, and once the details are heard, it starts to make sense. Since his dad passed, strange things have kept happening, all connected in unsettling ways. The TV sometimes turns on by itself, always landing on his father's favorite sports channel. Another time, the morning after his dad's birthday, he found a framed photo of the two of them lying face down on the floor, despite hanging untouched for years. But the biggest question remains. If it really is his father's spirit, why does it feel more disturbing than comforting? While hiking a mountain in Hong Kong, this person later revisited a photo taken over a decade ago and noticed something unsettling. At the time, the picture was snapped from a glass-bottom gondola overlooking a mountainous area known for temples and old burial sites. It seemed like a normal scenic shot until now. Hidden in the image was a figure following a group of hikers along the trail below. Whether it was lightning or something else entirely remains unknown. While hiking in the forest, this Reddit user came across something unusual, a massive cave door hidden just off the main trail. Even stranger, built into the huge stone entrance was a smaller, almost secret door, as if it were only meant for someone who knew it was there. The user couldn't shake the feeling they weren't supposed to find it. Who built it? What's behind it? Could it lead to an abandoned military bunker, a forgotten cult hideout, or something even more unsettling? The discovery raises questions about how much of the forest is truly unexplored and who or what might still be living there. In March 2012, while walking in San Antonio, Texas, someone spotted something strange in the sky, a glowing orb like a tiny fireball. It wasn't a flickering flame or a floating balloon. It moved with purpose, gliding smoothly through the air as if it knew exactly where it was going. There were no wings, no strings, and no sound, just a mysterious, silent light that didn't behave like anything natural. Most people associate ghosts with fear, not kindness, but the man in this clip believes he lives with a friendly one after a strange experience.
I get off work and this is what I come home to. Which would be cool blown and there's nobody here. So maybe did you run the bath? Were you gonna take it?
There are several unsettling details. The tap was running, and the bath water was foamy, as if someone had just prepared it. Then there were the candles. After being blown out, they relit on their own almost instantly. Some suggest simple explanations like drafts or mistakes, while others believe it could be a residual haunting, a spirit repeating familiar actions. The man isn't frightened and thinks the presence is harmless, maybe even comforting, but it raises a troubling question. Can a ghost really be friendly, or is this just the beginning of something darker? In the middle of the night, when the world feels safest, something stirs outside. It's 3:54 a.m., and everything is still. Then the security camera activates, revealing several mountain lions moving just outside the front door. Their glowing eyes cut through the darkness as they quietly prowl near the porch. This wasn't unheard of. Neighbors south of Santa Barbara had reported a mother and her 3 cubs roaming the area at night. The footage shows them moving calmly, almost comfortably. Just before the camera cuts out, another shadow appears along the path, but the screen goes dark before it's clear. Was it the missing lion or something else entirely? While away on a calm camping trip, a Reddit user decided to check her home security cameras and saw something that instantly unsettled her. In one clip, a strange figure appeared in a window, looking like a ghostly young girl staring out. What made it even creepier was that the figure didn't appear in any other footage at all. So now the question remains, did she catch something paranormal on camera, or was it just an eerie coincidence? While biking through a forest, the ride started calmly, with nothing but tall trees and the sound of tires on dirt. That peace vanished instantly when a blood-curdling scream ripped through the air, the kind that makes the body lock up before instinct takes over. The rider sped up, trying to get away from whatever made the noise. The scream was twisted and unnatural, nothing like a human voice echoing through the trees. Some later suggested it could have been an animal, while others compared it to legends of creatures that mimic sounds to lure people in. Whatever it was, it felt wrong. The forest seemed alert, as if something unseen was nearby, and the sound stayed in the rider's mind long after the ride was over. The 4th of July trip was meant to be lighthearted. 5 friends camping beside a secluded lake. Growing up in Alaska, they were comfortable with the quiet and strange noises of the wilderness. The night was filled with fireworks, jokes, and photos by the water. Later, while looking back at one picture, they noticed a pale, shadow-like figure standing behind them. The person who took the photo insisted no one else was nearby. What made it worse was the lake's dark history of hauntings, drownings, and unexplained disappearances. So what was really there with them that night? While hiking, this person found a staircase standing alone in the middle of the woods. No walls, no building, just steps leading to nothing. Who or what put it there? Some say it's a remnant of an old structure. Others think it's something darker. The moment they saw it, they felt like they were being watched. Coincidence or a warning? In Hawaii, there's a location that feels unreal. The West Kamakuna Lava Skylight is a massive circular opening that looks straight into a flowing lava tunnel, glowing like a fiery pit. Around it, the burned landscape is scattered with strange lava shapes that resemble warped faces, limbs, and bodies locked in silent screams. Some say it's just nature playing tricks on the eye, while others believe there's something more unsettling behind it. Either way, the sight is equal parts beautiful and disturbing. Strangely, buying a home doesn't come with a clear label for its past. People often get caught up in the price, the look of the place, or the thrill of moving and forget to dig into its history. For the couple in this clip, that missed step may have led to far more trouble than they expected.
I heard something in the kitchen again. Yeah. Looks like the cup ghost is out and about again. What is it with these freaking cups? Oh. Did you see that?
S662-671-8688 for more information. Thanks everybody for helping our local kids. There's power in caring, power in community.
This is getting ridiculous.
Citizens National Bank.
Yeah, we're gonna have to do something about this now.
What makes it even more disturbing is that it wasn't a one-time incident. It keeps happening. With each night, the tension builds, and the fear of things turning far worse is already setting in. They've started to regret moving in, even questioning whether selling and leaving might be the only escape. So the question remains, would staying and facing it be worth the risk, or would leaving before it escalates be the smarter choice? While hiking 4 miles along the Appalachian Trail, this person spotted something unusual inside a tree stump. At first, it looked like a creepy little shrine, but a commenter explained it was actually a miniature nativity scene, common in Italy during Christmas with "Happy Christmas" written on the side. Still, questions remain. Who put it there, and why in such a remote spot? Was it just an innocent holiday decoration, or something more mysterious? While reviewing trail cam footage, a hunter in Virginia noticed something deeply unsettling, an almost see-through figure in the woods that looked like a child or an unfamiliar creature. Some argue it was just moonlight distorting the image, but others aren't convinced. Whether it's evidence of something paranormal or a perfectly timed illusion, the image is undeniably disturbing. While hiking about 3 miles off the main trail in a dense forest near Austin, Texas, a Reddit user discovered something unsettling: a hidden grave or memorial. Fresh flowers, a photograph, and personal mementos were carefully arranged, giving the site an intimate and somber feel. Was it a place where someone ended their life, or a secret spot created to honor a loved one in a meaningful location? A person's close friend had died just a week earlier, but that morning, something eerie happened. While inside their friend's empty house, which was being renovated, a recording picked up something deeply disturbing. With the volume turned up, the sound is impossible to miss. A loud thump, followed by footsteps echoing through the empty house. That's what makes it so unsettling. No one lives there anymore. No workers were scheduled. No one should have been inside at all. So who or what was making those noises? Was it just the house settling, or something their late friend left behind? The questions still linger, and this person is struggling to make sense of what was captured. Later that night, while looking through the photos, one friend's sister spotted something that sent chills down her spine. In the background of a group shot was a shadowy figure wearing a hat, walking past them. No one remembered seeing anyone nearby when the photo was taken. Shaken, she insisted they leave at once. When the others saw it, the excitement vanished, replaced by fear. From that moment on, they agreed. No more ghost tours. Was it an unnoticed passerby, or did the camera capture something that wasn't supposed to be there? While hiking, this person came across something incredibly strange: a dead shark lying in the middle of a quiet cycle lane in Denmark. There was no water nearby, just pavement and the predator, as if it had fallen from the sky. Locals are baffled, and there's no explanation. No trail, no blood, no drag marks, nothing. So who or what left the shark there? Was it a twisted prank, a message, or something far more unsettling? This Reddit user says that for the past 2 weeks, something unsettling has been happening late at night. Between 1 and 3 a.m. almost every night, a disturbing scream can be heard echoing from the woods around their home. Having lived in the heart of the forest on the East Coast their whole life, they've never heard anything like this. It's not an animal they recognize, not a coyote, not a fox, nothing familiar. So what could it be? A wild creature, a person in trouble, or something far more sinister? While walking a familiar trail in their hometown, a Reddit user noticed a strange patch of scorched grass. At first, it didn't seem unusual. Arson wasn't uncommon in the area, but the burnt spot revealed a hidden path leading deeper into the woods. Curiosity got the better of them, and they followed it, only to find something chilling. At the trail's end was a pile of animal bones, carefully arranged with a red, wine-scented liquid poured over them. It looked like some kind of ritual, perhaps witchcraft, but its meaning remains a mystery. While hiking along a dark, wooded path near an old Massachusetts estate, someone came across a disturbing sight. Life-sized white figures stood silently among the trees, human in shape, draped in pale robes, and completely without faces. For a moment, it felt like stumbling into a frozen ritual straight out of a horror film. The shock faded after learning it was part of an outdoor art installation at the Mount, the historic home of Edith Wharton. Still, those first seconds were pure terror before reality caught up. In January 2013, while reviewing trail cam footage, someone noticed something truly eerie. A figure appeared that looked almost like an alien. Though some think it could have been a ghost or some unknown creature. It might have been a bush or a regular animal caught at a strange angle, but its movements and the way it seemed to stare straight at the camera made it feel anything but ordinary. In a century-old house, a woman and her daughter explored a long-forgotten part of the home. Behind old wooden panels, they found a strange bundle wrapped tightly. The daughter felt uneasy and hesitated, but the mother went ahead and began unwrapping it by hand.
What would be the point of this hanging up? Oh, gosh. Oh, there's a button.
Oh. What's that gray thing? Is that a diaper?
No. Oh, it's a baby thing. It's a baby outfit.
Oh no, Mama. You are haunted for life. And me, because you made me touch it first.
Why is that like blood? What is this? Why would that be in there? No way. We gotta check all of it.
What?
Inside was an old baby outfit, unsettling on its own. Why it was hidden there and why it felt weighted with something more made no sense. Then a small button clicked and everything went quiet. The mother later shared the discovery online, searching for explanations. What she got instead were disturbing theories, with many warning that something long buried had been disturbed. While wandering the woods behind a friend's house in Valparaiso, Indiana, this person was trying to photograph a plant called Jack-in-the-Pulpit when they heard an odd, unexplainable noise. They instinctively snapped a picture and quickly left. At first, the photo looked normal, but later, when they zoomed in, they were shocked to see a figure hidden in the shadows, staring straight from the trees. Since then, they've been sleeping in the garage near the woods, still haunted by the question of who or what was watching them. While walking their dog through a silent, empty park, someone came across something disturbing. Beneath a tree lay a small handmade doll, its cloth body hardened with melted wax. Real human hair was sewn into its head, and clutched in its hands was a ripped scrap of paper with a single name written in frantic letters: Christopher. It didn't feel random or like a joke. The placement seemed intentional, almost like a warning, and whatever it meant felt like it had already been set in motion. During a routine walk along a familiar trail, this person noticed something felt off. They passed the same massive old tree they'd seen countless times, but that day they heard a deep, low growl echoing from the trees, followed by the rustling of thick bushes. That's when they saw it. A huge dark figure, easily 7 or 8 feet tall, just standing there. As they reached for their phone to take a picture, it bolted, gone in an instant. The next day, when they returned to the trail, the tree they always passed was bent and twisted, as if something incredibly strong had mangled it overnight. There had been no storm, no wind, nothing to explain it. Was it a warning or a mark of territory? Could it be Bigfoot or something far worse? What was that towering figure hiding in the shadows? After hours of nonstop rain that stretched into the morning, something unusual was discovered.
So this morning, me and my dad found these boot prints along our asphalt driveway. And it was a little strange. We were a little freaked out because we live in the woods, middle of nowhere. Yeah. And these footprints, we did some tests, and my dad is 5'11", size 12 shoe. And the prints are bigger than his shoe size. And the strides were much too large for his height. And yeah, here are the prints. I don't know if you can see them very well. It's not great visibility. I'm trying to find one with good visibility. That's kind of there. Walks along. Goes away. And it disappears right over here. I don't know why. Let me find a better print. That's a pretty vivid one right there. You can see the outline right there. The point with a little blank space in the middle, which I'll explain in the text below.
They examined the footprints more closely. His father, 5 feet 11 inches with size 12 shoes, was nowhere near a match. These prints were far larger, with a stride too long for someone his height. Whatever made them would have had to stand at least 6 feet 3 inches, possibly wearing size 13 or 14 boots. The tracks followed the path in a straight, deliberate line, then abruptly stopped. No scuffing, no signs of turning away, just gone. One print was especially clear, a sharp toe, a space where the heel lifted. They didn't resemble modern hiking boots at all. The curved toes and odd spacing looked more like centuries-old military footwear, and with old war era graves just beyond the trees, it raised a disturbing question. What kind of boots leave perfect prints in the rain, only to vanish without a trace? A trail camera placed deep in a dense, overgrown forest captured something unsettling. In a single frame, a woman wearing a flowing white dress stood motionless, staring directly at the camera. Even stranger, antler-like shapes appeared to rise from her head. Then, just 40 minutes later, she was gone. No movement, no trace. If real, it's nightmare fuel. Yet the image feels almost too perfect, too staged, leaving the question open. Was it a setup, or something not meant to be understood? While hiking in the remote forests of West Virginia, this person found something that sent a chill down their spine. An enormous footprint pressed into the dirt, much bigger than a human's. They took a photo, clearly shaken. It wasn't just the size that was unsettling. It was how quiet and still the forest felt, almost like it was holding its breath. What kind of creature could make a footprint like that? Could something even stranger be wandering these woods? Was it a clever prank, or did they really encounter a legendary creature? While trekking through a snow-covered wilderness, a hiker noticed a huge cloud sitting far too close to the ground. At first, it blended in, barely noticeable. Then, it started moving unusually, not like normal drifting clouds, but as if it were reacting or guided. Clouds constantly shift, but this one felt intentional. Some think it may not have been natural at all, pointing to human-made experiments, weather manipulation, or something even more mysterious. While climbing the famous Grand Wall in Squamish, BC, a terrifying moment occurred. In the middle of setting up his gear, he made one crucial error, failing to secure an important anchor point. In an instant, he slipped and fell almost 60 feet in a sheer, heart-stopping free fall.
Oh God. Oh no. Woo!
But just before disaster could happen, his emergency rope caught him, tightening instantly and preventing what might have been a deadly fall. A single moment of carelessness almost cost him everything. While hiking near the railroad tracks in Mission Park, San Antonio, a man took a quick photo, but when he looked at it later, he was left speechless. In the distance, two shadowy figures appeared, standing completely still. Locals have long told stories about ghostly children who push stalled cars off the tracks, but this felt different. Unsure whether it was a trick of the light or something truly supernatural, he shared the photo online, and it's been sparking conversation ever since. While visiting his aunt's home in Malaysia, a Reddit user came across an old photograph tucked away on a dusty shelf. As a child, he'd always believed it was just a scenic shot from his late uncle's travels in southern China. Looking at it again years later, something stood out. In the distance was a dark, human-like shape. At first, it seemed easy to dismiss as a shadow or illusion, but when he compared it to other photos taken from the same location, the figure was gone entirely. Now he's left wondering what his uncle actually captured that day. While visiting Gettysburg Cemetery, someone noticed movement near a tree and decided to take a quick photo. When they looked at it later, a dark, shadowy figure appeared, giving the impression it was watching them and making the surroundings feel tense, almost like they weren't alone. They showed the photo to a park ranger, who examined it carefully and said, "That's a Confederate soldier on horseback. Could it be one of Gettysburg's lingering spirits still roaming the battlefield?" On July 14, 2025, a solo explorer from Mountain West Productions followed a strange shape he'd spotted on Google Earth into a remote mountainside. His channel focuses on forgotten places across the American West. With only his dog, Greta, along for company, curiosity slowly turned into unease.
Oh, we're at our mark. I'd say this is very likely to be black bear scat. I mean, the hair in it. It's pretty thick and knotty. I believe that's what this is. Yeah, definitely black bear scat. We found another really good bone pile. There's actually a claw fragment right in that. You can see that's a claw. The map's taken me northwest, and above this boulder batholith is the disturbed earth and strange structure. I think we got to break through these boulders, hit that ridge, follow the ridge. That should help us a bit on our elevation gain as far as how much elevation gain per foot, per mile. I'm really interested to see who was up here and what sort of stuff's going on up on this ridge line. You leading the way, Greta?
Early in the hike, warning signs started to show up. Fresh animal tracks and scattered remains hinted that the area was active. The quiet felt heavy, like something nearby was watching instead of hiding. The trail pushed on deeper.
I smelled... See, I'm downwind. Wind's blowing me that way. And I had a change in smell. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if there's... What is that? That tree up there? there's a animal carcass somewhere around here. So I noticed it. And it takes a lot for that piney sagebrush smell to get covered up. This looks almost like an old trail. Tell you what, looks like lightning struck this. It really does. This used to be a big tree. How gnarly all this brush looks. But you can see lightning struck this dead down the center because it's burnt from the inside.
A faint smell hung in the air, hard to ignore. Burned and damaged trees nearby marked the landscape with signs of past violence. It didn't feel like a place meant to linger, but the discoveries kept coming.
See the different mineral bands in there? Right where they cut it too. It's all iron oxide. So we're getting close to whatever the heck's hiding up here. Oh yeah, plain as day. Look at this. These are old nails. This is very old. Peanuts. Look at this. This was a real deal. Mine up here. Dextron transmission fluid. So this isn't our Google Earth find. I checked Onyx and we're still a few hundred feet away. Look at these nails. They're huge. Wow, it's crazy looking. Yeah, look at this. Right into the rock. What'd you say that is? A claim marker? Because they core bored that. See how it's a perfect circle? That looks like it's about, oh, I don't know, probably from the 70s. This is the quartz they were after. You see how there's a little oxidization or that rust patina in this? And the little rosy colors?
Old metal scraps and mining markers surfaced from the ground. They weren't just debris. Someone had clearly worked here on purpose, leaving marks that lasted. Then something unexpected came into view.
It's like an old cabin. This was a mine. This was like a mountain man's mine. There's stuff all over. Someone was definitely living up here. Look how many different mattresses there are. That's wild. There was some sort of electricity up here. This is really cool though. This is fabric. There's cloth on this table. I wonder if there's anything in this cabinet. It's an actual mirror here. Nothing. See this? There was a jar. But look at the beds. There were at least 3 guys here. See that? See, more quartz. They're mining gold up here. So they drove in here some way, but I lost the trail. I couldn't find a road to get to this. It looks like it's a wagon seat. And you can tell this actually is probably way older because that's a tiny bed frame. Very tiny. This might be 1920s, 30s. There's a gutter.
Tucked between huge boulders was an old cabin. Inside, there were clear signs it had been used more than once, not just abandoned after a single visit. The place felt frozen in time, like whoever left hadn't planned to, and the most dangerous part was still ahead.
So look at this. This was the hut. And there's a mine back in here. It's a tunnel under the freaking boulders. What do you smell? Oh, there's a deer leg in here. Something lives in this one. We're not gonna get in a fight with that. Whatever's bringing deer in here. It's almost all burnt. Smoky quartz. See that? It's black quartz. That is cool. The whole side of this is. They must have been pulling gold out of this. Old metal.
agree. Not seeing any cool things. Oh, look at this. So they broke this rock for. Oh yeah, there's a labyrinth. That's crazy. Yeah, we'll mark this because I don't know where this is or how to get out. I know this is my tunnel, and I'm not getting lost in mine. Get out of here.
A mine entrance sat under loose, unstable rock. Inside, there were signs of recent animal activity and narrow paths leading deeper in. Greta stopped and refused to go any farther. Realizing how risky it was, the explorer turned back and left. The place looked like it had been used for a long time, not just abandoned by accident. If no one was there anymore, why did it still feel occupied? On December 20th, 2025, the YouTube channel A Tiny Nomad shared a video following Gina on a solo winter drive through Alaska. Living out of her Toyota 4Runner, she set out from Palmer toward Fairbanks, known as the coldest city in the US. The channel usually centers on slow travel, winter survival, and minimalist life on the road. And this trip was no different, just long stretches of road, deep cold, and quiet isolation.
Y'all just don't even know how much I'm enjoying this section of the Parks Highway right now. For it to be dead of winter and this road to be so nice is a freaking luxury. Not having to worry about ice or even slow down, I'm cruising. I know it's not gonna last long though. They've done a really fantastic job at keeping this road, at least this section, plowed and clear. I just checked Denali National Park weather, which is, I think Denali's an hour and a half, 2 max away from Fairbanks, and it's supposed to snow in Denali tonight, which could mean snow for that whole area. That could make a difference on if I decide to keep driving all day today or to stop. I would rather not drive this highway if it's gonna snow tonight. And I just found out it is calling for snow tonight in Fairbanks. So I might want to try to get to Fairbanks by tonight. Alright, we have officially got into this section where it's pretty nasty. This is just straight ice we're driving on right now. Well, friends, we may not make it to Fairbanks today like I thought, because I did not expect this highway to be as bad as it is. It was so good in the beginning, and now I'm just driving on ice. I've never driven on ice like this before. I'm having to drive very slow. Right now I'm going 35 miles per hour. It's absolutely brutal, you guys. It's awful. I have been going about 35 miles per hour for a long time now, and nobody's behind me. That means that most people probably don't drive on this road in the winter, I guess. The bright side is we are officially halfway there.
As Gina drove north from Palmer, the temperature fell fast and daylight disappeared. What started as an easy drive quickly required caution, with every move shaped by ice, cold, and long distances. Alone in the car, she slowed down, knowing control mattered more than confidence.
I'm trying to thaw out my drone right now so I can get some drone shots of this gorgeous winter landscape, but it's pretty frozen. Look at that sunset, you guys! The colors are fantastic. Well, I just pulled over to fly my drone for the first time today after warming it up because it was frozen. Then when I went to fly it, the battery just completely depleted. I'm guessing that was because it was in freezing temperatures for a while. We're about 150 miles from Fairbanks, and I still have not decided if I'm gonna drive all the way there tonight. All right, we just hit negative 18 degrees. Ouch, this is the coldest weather I've ever experienced in my life. Yeah, negative 18, it's frigid. It hurts my hands. Crushing. God, so beautiful. Just hit negative 20. All right, you guys, So I think I've made a decision about what I'm gonna do tonight. The internet says that it is 6 degrees in Denali National Park right now. It's negative 15 right now, so we'll see if that's true. And if it is 6 degrees there, I'm going to pull over and sleep there. The temperature is supposed to just get warmer through the nights. I think it's gonna go up to like 12 degrees. I could make it to Fairbanks tonight, but the reason I don't want to do that is 2 reasons. It's getting dark, and the darker it gets, the less easily I can see moose, and hitting one of those can be life-threatening. Another reason why I don't really want to go straight to Fairbanks is because I think when we get there, it's going to be negative 17 degrees, and because I've never tested my sleeping bag out in that weather yet, I don't really want to do that. Could just get a very cheap hotel for the night there, but if it's 6 degrees in Denali, we're just gonna do that. It is supposed to snow a little. I'll tell you what though, this road is clear as a mother. It is beautiful. I would even be willing to sleep in my sleeping bag at negative 10. I just don't want to go straight to negative 18. You should never do that with sleeping bags. Okay, the weatherman is playing games with me because it is not getting warmer, it's turning colder. Negative 24. Well, we just passed the entrance for Denali National Park and it's negative 20. I don't know what is going on with that weather forecast. Okay, we went from like negative 22 to negative 13. We'll see if it keeps going down. It is at negative 9 degrees right now. We're actually going down. 5 miles ago, we were at negative 20, right when I passed the Denali Park Road. If it actually goes down to the 5 degrees like the weather forecast said, it's going to be seriously blown. We might camp here because it is negative 4 degrees and I feel very comfortable in that temperature. So since it's supposed to snow tonight, I'm gonna put this Arctic frost cover thing over my front windshield. It's definitely still very cold out there because with the wind chill, it's making it negative 18. Usually I sleep with no socks, but it does feel pretty cold tonight, so I'm gonna put some fresh, clean wool.
Near Denali, black ice left no room for error. The cold pushed her gear to its limits, and even short stops were miserable. Instead of driving on into the dark, Gina decided to pull over and sleep in the vehicle, focusing on staying warm and rested as the temperature kept dropping. It was the safer choice, but it didn't eliminate the risk.
There's snow road, you guys. There's snow road today. This is wild. There's a truck like 100 feet ahead of me right now. Cannot even see the truck. Super low visibility. God. Nobody is driving on this road today. God. Well, that was just weird. There was this person following me and I just pulled over to let them pass because that's what I always do, especially during weather like this. And when I went to pull over, they pulled over too, directly behind me. Okay, I guess I'll just keep on going. So I keep on going. Car starts moving again too, and probably 5 or 10 miles down the road, I was like, I do not want this car behind me anymore. So I pulled into this rest stop that I'm at right now. They pull into the rest stop, get right behind me, park their car, and I'm just sitting here like wondering like what are they gonna do? Then all of a sudden they drive away and then they turn around and start going the opposite direction. Honestly, weird. It makes it even weirder the fact that they didn't drive on and just keep on going the direction they were going, but they turned around. 30 more miles. We are almost there. Well, we are stuck behind this snowplow truck that's going about 25 miles per hour. Well, the snow blows behind the truck and just really impairs your visibility. I mean, look at this. There's a car right in front of me, but you can barely see it. Even with the car's blinkers on, can't really see it. winter wonderland it is.
The next day, snowfall picked up and visibility dropped to almost nothing. As Gina got closer to Fairbanks, a vehicle appeared behind her, stopping when she stopped and waiting when she waited. There were no signals or a clear reason. It lingered just long enough to feel intentional. Eventually, the road opened up, Fairbanks came into view, and she made it safely, leaving the encounter unanswered. On April 11th, 2022, the YouTube channel Outdoor Influencer, known for pulling surprising finds out of the water while magnet fishing, showed up at a quiet shoreline south of Chicago Heights, Illinois. Danny and JJ were with them, and they steered clear of the city itself because of safety concerns. The water looked calm enough, but all the bits of metal scattered along the bank hinted that this spot was hiding more than just random junk.
Danny's just got down here. He said he's already feeling something. What'd you find over here, Danny?
Got a piece of angle iron.
Hey, you sure did. Heck yeah. And JJ's already found something on the 360. Looks to be some type of saw blade. All right, guys, I thought I felt a click. I got something on it. Look at that. Old pair of fingernail clippers. All right, JJ's found some more saw blades and shotgun shell. Oh, how many is that? Like 5 or 6 of them. That's
like
a lot.
At least 6 now.
All right, guys. So I just found my first shotgun shell today. Looks like it's a Remington Express. All right, JJ's got a cast net right here.
There's a fish in it. There's a fish.
Oh, there is. There's a catfish inside the net. No way. Look at that, guys. All right, so he's gonna rip the net open and get the fish out and release it. Oh man, who knows how long he's been in there. Oh, you lost it, but still cool.
There we go.
Heck yeah, we're definitely gonna back this up and take it with us.
The first few pulls turned up rusted metal, broken tools, and shotgun shells. Clear signs the spot had been used as a dumping ground. Then, a tossed-out cast net came up with a live catfish still tangled inside. They quickly cut it loose and let it go. A moment later, Danny's magnet latched onto something much heavier.
No way, Danny's just found a...
Dude, what?
No,
dude, it's a Smith & Wesson with a... Is that airsoft, bro? That's air... No, it's not. What's stuck in it? What is that?
Oh, an acorn. Dude, that's definitely a Smith & Wesson with the laser scope.
Dude, it's cleared. Bro, that was quick, bro. That's sick. I want to keep that so bad because that's restorable.
All right, Danny's just found this. Look at it. It's an old Smith & Wesson. That's nice. It's got a laser light and everything on it.
9 mil.
Man.
The serial number on this thing is usually right under that laser. Yep.
It's definitely cleared, so we're good. All right, guys, so I just found this bag right here. It was magnetic. What the heck? Dude, it's like, is this jewelry? Oh, it's a bell. No freaking way. I gotta blur this thing out, guys, unfortunately. But this is so weird. I can't believe I found it. I gotta definitely blur it out. All right, JJ's just found another bell. Check that out. We've already found about 15, 20 of these already today. Between everybody. All right, Danny's just found something cool over here. What did you just find?
I found a machete with butterflies on it.
What?
Dude, it has like a pride flag on it too. That's insane.
All right, JJ just found a bag over there. We're gonna run over there and see what it is. What did you find over here in the bag? Is that a boot for a car?
That's a car boot in a bag, guys. It is, bro.
You found a car boot. Pretty cool. I've never seen one of them be found before. All right.
A handgun came up out of the water, and the group carefully checked to make sure it was safe. Not long after that, even stranger things followed. A bag with unclear contents, a decorated machete, and a heavy car boot wrapped inside another bag. With each discovery, it felt less like random trash and more like something intentional. Then JJ felt a pull that was completely different from the rest.
No way!
JJ just got the shotgun. Oh! Yeah, they dropped that junk on him. That's a rifle. Oh!
No freaking way. That looks like a 30-06.
That dude's seen that one be pulled up. Holy cow. Put that up here on the bricks. Let's see that.
No freaking way.
No, that's a bag. That was in a bag. Yeah.
Look at.
What's this? Oh, pull that bag off. Or actually leave the bag on. That's
Wow.
insane, guys.
Yeah, this is definitely looks like a 30-06.
Let's get it. I'd say let's get it to the car before someone sees it. That guy already
Yeah.
seen over there. Here, grab that bag so it doesn't fall off. Holy cow, that's a full-on sniper, guys.
That's a deer rifle is what it is.
We're gonna just put this straight down right here.
Slowly, a waterlogged rifle case came up, and inside was a long deer rifle, still zipped up like someone had meant to hide it. That was the moment they decided enough was enough, stopped searching, and called the police.
Yeah, I got some fresh ones. You're a star. Smith & Wesson, and then we have no clue what type of hunting rifle.
Y'all found this?
Yeah, I don't know if you want it. I don't want to take it to scrap it. I was gonna ask you guys to give us a report number so we can scrap it. That's normally what they do with like stolen motorcycle frames. But yeah, we go around full time doing this, and this is the cool stuff we found today. You guys tend to find it like this?
Sometimes.
Sometimes.
Where did y'all find this at?
Right here off the shore. Right on the rock.
On our trails?
Yeah, no, in the water with a magnet. It's called magnet fishing on a rope. You got a big magnet in the bucket, and you just throw it on a rope and pull it in, and all the scrap.
They found it in the water.
In the water.
In the
yeah.
water?
Yeah. Right off the shore, probably 4 feet. I imagine they couldn't throw it as far if they wanted. And the numbers are actually underneath the light. We already took it off. You gotta press the thing down and you can get it off.
I think that's the States.
So y'all found it inside the water, right?
Yes. Yeah, everything in the back of the truck's been pulled out the water today.
47, you copy?
You can
Indiana, this is GMC that we're towing.
Or the light, whatever it is.
Hey, Sarge, they found it in the water. They found it inside the water.
There's definitely one on
I got it.
Can I get one of you guys' ID?
Yeah. I'll get my wallet.
Did you find it? Serial number is H. Henry. Denver County, be advised, they found these weapons in the water, so we're still trying to find this serial number on the rifle.
We're not sure with the rifle. It could have one.
I think the rifle would be more in this section, but I think it's too corroded.
That's in water. Let me bring some in.
I think that thing's too corroded.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no, I've had worse, and it still had them on there. At least from the street.
3900.
Your Indiana license, he does have a pending firearm permit, and then he also has a sailing permit.
Denver County, that would be the complainant.
Handgun come back to anything?
No, it was clear.
Really?
There is a vehicle in a ditch, and the complainant thinks the subject's inside are intoxicated.
See what he wants to do with that.
It is a
We're taking
Ford.
it.
Looks like
Taking
one male's barely standing, and other one's with a shovel out.
And this one clear too. It's really low. If I copy your plate, if I can put it on my OI.
This is.
I can barely.
This was found too in the water.
That's a boot to a car.
It was in a
bag.
garbage. I found it in a garbage bag.
They could take that, or
That's why I was gonna ask for a report number so we can scrap it and not get in trouble.
So that's a boot?
A boot for a car.
Oh no, we gotta take that.
You gotta take it?
Yeah, we gotta take it.
Okay. I figured we'd tell you.
Yeah,
I don't, like I said, I don't want to go to a junkyard and get arrested because.
take this heavy thing.
You guys don't need a machete?
Yeah, we gonna take it.
You got it? You want to do it? Okay, I'll do it again.
Thank you.
Right,
Thank
make
you.
sure to check out the shield.
Thank you, guys.
Officers showed up and went over the weapons. They were able to find a serial number on the handgun, but the rifle was so corroded that it was hard to identify. Everything was taken in for further investigation. Finding that many weapons in one spot makes it feel less like an accident and more like they were dumped on purpose, out of sight. And if these stayed hidden for years, it makes you wonder how many more dangerous things are still sitting at the bottom of the water. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you can stay updated with our latest videos.